Hey, donkey. Hey, Mexico, John, Tay, Tony. Hey, look, Fast is in the channel. Hey, Nebraska. You know, I removed that freaking chat. I must not have removed it from this screen. Chili, Freedom, Rod. Yeah, I got your email. I've been doing a bunch of reading. Yeah, Sean, did you hear about that? We were talking about it last night. That the cops that tased the dude in the nuts 11 times.
Yeah, I saw that video actually. That was the guy that was in the car with his kids and his wife in the hotel parking lot. Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
That is sickening, man. I've been researching it all day, and it was just bad. Man.
Yeah, I think it was definitely a matter of one cop went off the handle, and the rest of the cops just decided that they wanted to that they had to follow along at that point. Because you can kind of see the look on some of their faces that they're just like, "Oh my God, this is happening," and you know, they just have to go along with it at that point sometimes, or be the guy that speaks out, and nobody wants to be that guy.
So everybody, as you can see on the screen, any donations made to Sean's PayPal this evening will be going to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So, I mean, Tay posted mine in the channel, but the one that's on the screen is Sean's. So, he'll be donating it in the name of Bullet SpongeBob, who passed away recently. He was a auditor and a good friend of mine.
I think you're the only one that got out with him, actually, on an audit.
Yeah, he's the only one I audited with, and he was the only other auditor within driving distance.
Well, did anybody else audit with him, or were you the only one that audited with him? Yep, it was just you two.
He went out with that Davey V idiot before he realized that the guy was a control freak and a wannabe YouTuber and not a real activist. So
I feel like I know the name, but I can't.
Yeah, the guy's a total tool. I mean, he got mad because he wasn't getting rich off of his channel. So,
I mean, you know, monetization only goes so far.
Yeah, well, he had 5,000 subs, but his videos only averaged like 300 views, which was like very suspicious. So, as you guys can tell from the title, we're going to be talking about Sean's incident in Pueblo, Colorado, and his detainment and the resulting civil suit. So, first we're going to watch the replay from the police body cam. So, I'd say enjoy it, but you can't enjoy something like this. What they did to him was wrong, and I'm glad he followed through.
Excuse me, sir. What are you doing? Hey! Hey! I'm asking you a question. Who are you? Why are you taking pictures of the department? Sir!
Don't touch me.
Okay, I'm going to put you in cuffs. Okay? You're going to be put in cuffs. Okay, supervisor's on his way. Okay? I'm asking you questions here.
Guys, I'm being arrested right now, being put in cuffs for taking pictures of the police department. Don't turn my phone off.
Okay, you are not in control here.
I am, actually. You work for me, I don't work for you.
46, I got one in custody over here. I need a supervisor.
You're gonna lose your job, buddy. It's illegal detainment. Can you please call a supervisor out here? This is an illegal detainment under 16.3.103.
Okay. Hang out here.
You don't have permission to search me. I don't consent to any search procedures.
Okay, I'm waiting for a supervisor to come up here.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
What's your name and badge number?
Romero, 0702.
Okay, sounds
Okay.
good. Did you stop my video camera over there?
I'm not messing with your phone, okay?
Can you tell this officer to take his hands off me and to uncuff me?
No, I don't want to tell him anything.
Okay.
You'll wait till the supervisor gets here, and you can talk to him from there, okay?
All right, I'm done talking to you guys then.
Okay.
So what's up?
He's taking pictures of the department, taking pictures of all our stuff here, so I don't know what he's doing. Try to talk to him. He's not talking to me. He starts walking away.
Is that a reason to cuff me?
Yeah,
Is that
you're
reasonable
being
articulable
detained right
suspicion?
now. Yeah.
For what? For what crime?
Yeah. No, it's reasonable suspicion.
Of what crime?
Okay.
You have to have reasonable suspicion of a crime to detain somebody.
I am not going to speak to you.
That's
You can
fine.
speak to my supervisor when he gets here.
You have me in cuffs right now.
Okay, yeah. You're
So I'm
being
gonna
detained
talk-
at the moment. Yeah.
Because you're an ignorant asshole. That's
Okay. What's that?
You're wearing your corporal?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't want to answer your questions.
We're not asking you questions.
What? You didn't ask me any questions? You asked me what I was doing, what I was doing, what I was doing. I chose not to answer you, which I have a right to do. Do I not? I do. Thank you. I hope this doesn't take longer than 20 minutes. Then turns into an arrest and detainment. Hey guys, if I'm still live streaming, call the Pueblo Police Department. Let them know officers Romero and Waring, something like that, are both detaining me illegally outside the Pueblo Department. I don't even know what street this is. Both your body cam. Is yours on?
It's always on. So I'm loading up. I'm loading up. This guy's on the corner. I thought he was taking a picture of the eagle on the department. He's like, oh, okay, no big deal. So I start, putting myself in my patrol vehicle. So he walks past it, and I was like, oh, he's leaving. Can you answer?
Can't talk right now, I'm busy.
I see you, sir.
No difficulty, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know why it happened.
Yeah, it keeps buffering back to the video.
Yeah, I know. I paused the video. It's not me. It's like, seriously, I've got 100% stream health.
Oh, I know what your your bandwidth is and everything else. So
Yeah, I don't know what happened, so I'm just gonna wait a minute, and I don't know where the hiccup is, but it's not with my system.
yeah, it might be OBS, or I mean, can people report live streams? Oh yeah, you can flag a live stream while it's live. I mean, I wonder if somebody flagged it for some reason.
No, because it's working now. They're refreshing, so I mean, it's not that. I don't know. I'm just gonna give it a minute. I mean, I have not had a single buffer issue in 30
Well, they
live
said
streams.
they can hear you. They said they can hear you right now. in the
Yeah,
chat.
I know. I'm watching the chat, but I'm saying that I have not had a single buffer issue in 30 live streams. I have 0 dropped frames right now, and YouTube says I have 100% stream health.
Yeah, this is weird.
So I don't know what happened or
I'm not
why.
a conspiracy theorist, but this is a little conspiracy-ish.
Yeah, and I've not had a problem in 30 live streams. Ever since I redid my OBS and I reinstalled everything, I've not had a single problem.
Hey, try hitting play on the video. We might be back.
Yeah, hi guys, sorry. Man in Black, Ozark Bill, hey, what's up, man? He's a good guy.
Yep.
Well, since we had a moment of pause and all that or whatever, I'm just going to remind everybody that the PayPal you see on the screen is Sean's, and any donations that go to that PayPal are going to be donated to St. Jude's Hospital in the name of Bullet SpongeBob. So, just want to remind everybody of that. And let's
jump back like 8 seconds or 10 seconds in the video too, to where you're still talking to the sergeant.
So this should be about right.
So I'm loading up. I'm loading up. This guy's on the corner. I thought he was taking a picture of the eagle on the department. He's like, oh, okay, no big deal. So I start, putting myself in my patrol vehicle. So he walks past it, and I was like, oh, he's leaving. Do you need an answer?
Can't talk right now, I'm busy.
So he starts walking, so I back up, and then he's next to this corner now taking pictures. I'm like, what is he doing? So then he comes over, he starts taking pictures. Oh, it looks like he's taking pictures of these signs. I know he was taking pictures of these cars.
He's
or what
part
is
of an
it?
organization called the First Amendment Strike Team.
Is he?
Yeah,
Okay.
so he's trying to see what we're going to do.
Okay.
He has every right to do that.
Okay, and that's fine with that. I don't have.
Go ahead and
an issue.
cuff him.
Uncuff him. Right now. Uncuff him. I did nothing wrong. I was not breaking the law. This officer just illegally detained me under CRS 16-3-103.
I've seen your video, sir, and I know
Okay.
exactly what you're talking about.
Who am I?
First Amendment Strike Team.
Okay.
I know exactly who you are.
Exactly. So you know I'm not out here doing anything illegal.
I do.
Know nothing.
I do.
And I'd like to file a complaint against this officer for
There's two.
deprivation of rights.
You can actually go into the department.
Okay.
File the complaint if you'd like to. Should have touched it before. But I understand totally what you're doing.
So will you be suspended administratively until the thing is cleared out?
No.
He just broke the law.
I understand
He
that.
should be arrested.
So an internal affairs investigation, if you want to file a complaint, will be conducted, and depending on the findings of that, it'll be dealt with depending on what.
Okay. So is there going to be any issue with me getting his body cam?
That you would have to go through our records division.
Yep.
I'm not sure how that works.
Hey guys, call Pueblo Police Department and complain about Officer Romero, badge number 0706. He just detained me and said that he was detaining me because I chose not to answer his question.
I'm not really sure on how that works. I have to look at the policy on that. I believe that there's a charge. Here's Sergeant Reyes. He's the supervisor on the watch commander. And he might know. I'm not sure how that works. I have to make a phone call and find out.
I think I'd appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're good. I'm gonna go home now.
Yeah.
You can go home.
Romero, badge 0702.
Because Captain Martin needs to speak to you. So I don't know if they even need me here anymore. So.
On your camera, what plays 4K? I know like the TVs do, but how do
court case?
Computers do also, and all the software editing stuff is all 4K compatible. So even if your computer isn't, you can upload it and finish it. I think it's nice.
Let me call records real quick. There, you have to submit a Freedom of Information Act form for the body cam video. There's a charge. I'm not sure what the charge is, but I'm going to find out.
I'm sure records can probably tell.
Yeah, I'm going to call just so you know now.
Thank you, man. I appreciate all your help.
What was your name?
I'm not going to get that.
Okay.
Thank you. Car 630. Records is going to be a plate.
They need me here, or should I leave? Huh?
Just hang out.
And the transmission.
Okay, guys, so you saw what happened, and obviously, you know, they were in the wrong, that was for sure, and Sean handled himself perfectly. So, Sean, you want to start off kind of telling us, in the moment, what were you thinking, what was running through your head?
So that was actually probably it was my first detainment. The first time I was cuffed, I actually didn't expect him to do that. I expected to be able to keep walking down the sidewalk, past that driveway, down to the corner, and turn the corner. I just thought he was going to follow me, you know, around the block and back to his patrol car. I definitely didn't expect him to reach out and grab me at all. That was in March, and I'd only started my channel in November. So, I really didn't know what to expect. I just tried to remain calm, and, you know, that was at a time when I had been doing a lot of watching of News Now Houston, and, you know, watch some of the stuff he did. A lot of what he did was where I got most of my knowledge from, and then looked up Colorado law specifically, as opposed to Texas law, and so I just try to remain calm. I mean, you know, I've played a little bit differently time to time since then, but that was really the only way that I knew to go about things at that time. So
Yeah, when he reached out and grabbed you, man, I saw that and I was so mad. I'm like, how did you not swing?
just knowing that it was a cop, you know, that's literally. I have a couple friends at work. They're like, man, I couldn't do what you do because I would just fly off the handle and I'd be rolling on the ground with a cop. I'm like, you have to remember that you're gonna get pepper sprayed, you're gonna get tased, and if it's a security officer, or like in Bridgeport where it was narcotics officers, all they carry are guns and handcuffs. So if you don't get sprayed, you don't get tasered because they don't have those, you're gonna get shot if you fight back. You know, it's more about personal preservation than anything.
Yeah, well, that's well said. I mean, you know, people should keep that in mind, especially any new auditors in here. What you just saw is exactly how to handle that situation. I mean, Sean could not have handled it any better. So, and as a result, Sean did pursue a civil suit. And, you know, he fought it. Well, his lawyer fought it. He fought it back and forth. You know, the paperwork issue, all that. But Sean did recently receive a settlement. He won. So, he beat them. And as a result,
there are major policy changes.
You can see here that Sean was awarded, well, the total suit was $41,000. Of course, there's lawyer fees, court fees, all that fun stuff, but Sean still won. The most important part are all these other things here that discuss policy change. So, Sean, do you want to kind of spearhead this and read off the policy change?
Oh yeah, I can give a little bit into the policy change. So basically, they already had a policy on public recording, and however, their policy was on public recording of law enforcement activity. We pulled out of law enforcement activity from it. There's a bunch of stuff where they kind of try to be a little bit more specific about, hey, well, you can do this in these instances. I removed those because it's just basic general recording in public. We also got stuff added in that, you know, it doesn't require, but it tells them that your best option is to call a supervisor. Have a supervisor come out, you know, assess the situation, things like that. It also goes into people that not only like auditors, but people that are, you know, say recording a crime scene or a traffic stop and things like that, where you're asked to back up, or maybe you recorded a robbery in progress, and the police can take your phone for evidence or your camera and your footage for evidence, but they have to return it within a reasonable amount of time under Colorado law. They also have to give you a receipt, and they have to believe and have probable cause that that footage is on there. Without that footage, without them knowing that footage is on there, they shouldn't ask you for your phone. They shouldn't take it, and they should make every effort to transfer the footage immediately. Most officers have laptops in their cars or computer systems in their vehicles where they can take your SD card from your camera, put it in their computer, download it to their computer, and give you your SD card right back on scene. And that's what, you know, is preferred instead of actually confiscating video. There's also language that says, you know, they should, you know, be very clear in what they say to you and let you know every little thing that's going on before they actually take your footage or your camera or anything as evidence, instead of just jumping to conclusions and just taking it and trying to be aggressive and things like that.
So, you guys hear all this, and I see you in the channels all saying change is being made, and you're absolutely right. What Sean has achieved is nothing short of miraculous, given what's been going on lately. When he told me about it the other day, I was happy for him. And you guys see, that was, what was he detained for? A total of 5 minutes? Give or take? I mean, it was 5 minutes of his time that should not have been lost, and 5 minutes worth of hassle he should not have had to go through. And this just proves it. This shows that the court even agrees. So, I'm happy for you. I'm so glad on the policy change. It's like Police State New Jersey having policy changes being done in New Jersey.
Yep, News Now Colorado got the same thing. He had a lot of policy changes made in Colorado Springs. He also got a training video put out that's like 6 minutes long that every officer in the Colorado Springs Police Department has to watch or had to watch by the end of 2000. I believe PNP News was like the first person to get that footage and actually put it out through a FOIA. So there are a lot of people that don't think settlements bring change. You know, that cops don't care about policy, and you know, maybe some don't, but it does put them on notice. I think that it helps deteriorate their qualified immunity. down the road if they've been trained over and over again on something, you know. And the problem with not settling, you know, and going to trial is that you don't get policy change. Juries can only award a monetary settlement.
Right.
You know, they can only give you money. They can't tell the police department to get their shit together or anything like that. You know, it's the only way to make changes through settlements, and settlements you're usually going to get significantly less money. But that's not what the movement's about. The movement's about policy change. It's not about making money or getting rich off of auditing or the First Amendment or anything like that. So, you know, I think settlements are a good thing. I probably could have took this trial. Maybe I would have got more money. You know, maybe I would have got twice as much. Maybe I would have got half as much. But I definitely wouldn't have gotten the policy changes that got put in place.
Yeah, see, what you guys don't understand is I was talking to Sean throughout the whole thing, from the time he started litigation to now, and there was a point where, if I remember right, they wanted to settle with you, but it did not include the policy change, and you insisted that be there before you settled.
Yeah, they wanted to do about what they came back with after our demand letter was a $5,000 settlement fee or settlement agreement for $5,000 as an award, and no policy changes, just $5,000 in monetary award, I guess, you know, for damages.
Right.
And nothing else.
Well, because they know most people see $5,000 and they're like, oh man, that's $5,000, you know? So, I mean, people like me, you know, $5,000, you know, that's life-changing. But what I appreciated the most from you, because I remember you telling me you denied that offer and insisted on the policy. You didn't say anything about more money. You insisted on the policy change.
Yep, and at that time, I definitely could have used that $5,000. Most definitely, it would have helped out. And I was tempted to do it, but my conscience and, you know, my judgment got the best of me, and in the long run, it worked out. You know, I was like, you know, I'm not going to sell, or what I felt like was selling my soul for $5,000 just because it was going to get me out of a hard financial situation. It was much better to stick it out, figure out how to work through the financial situation, and, you know, work this and get it going down the line. You know, I'd already known what News Now Colorado got changed and policy changes and the training video put in place. And I felt like, you know, I deserved the same reward, even if they'd offered policy changes with no monetary award. I would have went for that instead of $5,000 and no policy changes. So
yeah, well, I for one applaud you. You know, you stuck to your guns and you followed it as far as you could, and I appreciate that, man. What you've done, really. You and News Now Colorado and Police State New Jersey, and you guys are really setting the bar and setting a great example. And I mean, I'm sure everybody in the channel here is just as appreciative as I am of you sticking with it, not dropping your guard and just taking whatever they offered.
yeah, I mean, it's, you know, I've always, you know, lived check to check or less than check to check even. You know, it's nothing new to me, and it's not worth it for me to get, you know, 3 extra months of help when I'm not helping anybody else. That's the whole point of auditing or exercising our First Amendment, regardless if it's protesting like Eric Brandt does, screaming and yelling up and down the street, if it's filing FOIA requests and getting public records or anything else. It's about transparency, honesty, and, you know, that's what brought me into this movement, and what I want to see continue to be in this movement, you know. it hurts me when I see people get called out for, you know, lying and things like that, and then they admit to it later. You know, just be honest, transparent. We can't ask the police to be accountable when we can't be accountable ourselves. You know, and that's just kind of the not the motto, but the theory that I try to live by. You know, I can't hold anybody else accountable if I don't hold myself accountable first.
Right. Well, you know, so now going forward, obviously you were really busy with your mom and everything else, you know, and I fully understand what that's like. Um, any plans now? I'm sure everybody's wondering, what are you going to do with what you got? I mean, they don't realize how much you had to shell out in lawyer fees and all that, but
Yeah, no. I mean, I've done a little bit for myself to help out financially. Of course, you know, bought a vehicle that'll get me more than 50 miles without stalling out, because the catalytic converter's bad. Um, bought some clothes, just to kind of spruce things up. I haven't, you know, done anything like that in a while. But most of it's being saved for being able to buy a small mobile or something and a little bit of property. But I've also been giving back to the community as well. There's a couple people that I've donated to, some friends that have lost their jobs recently that I've given money to help them out in the hard times and things like that. And definitely not, I mean, you know, granted, it was my situation. You know, I definitely am going to keep most of the money for myself to help myself and things like that. But I'm also, you know, helping other people out with it as well. You know.
yeah, and we all appreciate it greatly. Are you going to keep auditing? Are you going to continue doing this, or have you changed your focus?
Nope, I'm going to keep auditing. I mean, I knew when I did Bridgeport, Connecticut, and the whole thing at the Bat Cave, I knew that I had already signed the settlement agreement and knew that I was getting the money from that and the policy changes and things. And I definitely want to keep going on, keep getting policy changes and things changed at departments across the country and across the world for places that, you know, granted I haven't traveled anywhere outside the country and audited, but there's other countries that have First Amendment rights as well. I'd like to do some stuff in Canada, you know, get out to the UK and maybe meet a blue dog or something. And do stuff other.
Now, do you remember what happened with Regan? Did you see that? Push through the door?
She got shoved into the door? Yeah.
She obviously she's in the channel now.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at Regan. I'm laughing at Liberty Free TV.
Yeah.
I like a country singer.
Yes. I don't know. Have you guys talked to her about, you know, hooking her up with the lawyer you had or anything like that? Trying to get that going?
You have to ask Regan about that specifically. I'm sure she could put something in here. I'm sure that Eric has put her on, and so is Abity or Liberty Freak TV. They all talk to Regan a lot more than I do, and we've all got the same lawyers. You know, we're all part of the KLN crew, as we call ourselves now. But you know, Eric mentioned something on his live stream earlier where he had 4 people sitting in the room earlier, and he was like, "Raise your hand if you're not represented by David Lane," and nobody in the room raised their hand, and there was 3 or 4 people in the chat as well that wouldn't have been able to raise their hand in that situation either.
Ah, okay. She said she has one.
Yep.
Hey, Eric. Apparently he wants to head out to Pueblo.
Oh, Eric, we can meet up there, no problem. We can go ask Pikes Peak auditors about the place that we want to hit. Talk to him about that. But that will require a meet and greet in Pueblo and then going from there. But that's another story. That's not this interview.
Man, that would be great, though. You and Eric and Donkey and Regan and Oh, you know, Liberty Freak. Man, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, me, News Now Colorado, Liberty Freak TV, Eric, News Now Denver, Wicked Twin 2, and Silent Citizen all did Elbert County together. That was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
That was fun.
There is a famous Texas auditor who has expressed some interest too. Oh yeah, Pikes Peak too. Yeah, throw him in there.
Oh, well, Pikes Peak wasn't there for that, but Pikes Peak knows exactly where I'm talking about. We need to go. This super secret location. We've been talking about it for months now. So.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, you guys have been dealing with so much all across Colorado. It's like the more there's activists, the more you guys are exposing it. And I mean, obviously that makes sense, but it's amazing how much you guys have exposed.
Yeah, I just don't know how these cops just don't how Pikes Peak got arrested that day for yelling "fuck the police" at that traffic stop. I have no idea. After what News Now Colorado got put in place, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Hey, Otto, how you doing, man? If you guys have any questions for Sean regarding the case or anything, now's the time. I mean, he's open to questions. He's already said, you know, he's being as transparent as he legally can be. So,
I know a lot of people don't necessarily approve of it, and I don't know if you're okay with me plugging this Discord on your channel, but Merv's Discord, I'm in there quite often, and you know, if somebody doesn't get a question in here, they can always mention me over there or ask me in the chat on Merv's Discord, and I'm always willing to talk. They call him Mr. Chatty Pants because I don't shut up there. So.
Yeah, well, you know, you got the other Discord too. There's a lot of, you know, Donkey's Discord. He's, you know, they're putting a lot of information out there, new information for laws and things like that, and so there's also that people can consider. If you just want all that money, why are your cupboards still bare?
What cupboards, Eric? Oh,
the one
are there
right
cupboards behind me? Yeah, that's a bookshelf. That's not a cupboard. But yeah, Donkey's Discord, I definitely like reading in there. You know, I like to ask questions, things like that, and sometimes it ends up becoming an argument and drama, and you know, you kind of got to pull back sometimes because you know, not everybody wants drama in their Discords or their channels.
Right.
You know? Which I totally understand and I get, you know.
Yeah. Well, a lot of us have been dragged through it so much we're just over it. You know, yeah. That's why I focus on these and, you know, doing things that benefit. Hey, Ben.
What's a book?
Eric says he can't read.
Oh, that's great. Oh, really, Reagan?
Oh. See what Regan said?
Yep, I saw that. Yeah. That's interesting.
You can get $200 for catching snakeheads and deliver to the nearest... No, I don't believe that. Well, that's not the way it is here in New York. I mean, people are catching snakeheads all the time. The law says just kill them. You're not allowed to put them back in the water. Hey, poor dirt farmer, how you doing?
I just go start cutting heads off of rattlesnakes tonight. Jeez.
What do you mean?
With this $200 a head for snakes.
Snakehead, the fish. Snakeheads.
Oh, okay. I read that. I'm like, man, there's so many snakes out here. I could just go start
oh my God.
Tonight, chopping off heads.
That was classic, dude. That's Poor snakes. Sean's gonna go out, show up at the police station with a bag of heads.
With a bag of fucking snake heads.
Oh man.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh, that would be hilarious. It would suck because I love snakes, but man, that was just epic.
There's so many rattlesnakes out here. They actually, the vets actually push you to get rattlesnake vaccines for your dogs out here. Because of it.
I believe it. We had a problem with timber rattlers for a while. Now we have these damn cottonmouth hybrids. Hey, Regina.
Hey, Brian. Sorry, guys. I need like a minute and 30 seconds to go let the dogs in real quick.
Go for it, man. Do what you gotta do.
Or 2 of them, not all of them, but I'll be right back.
Yep. Ozark, it was part of it. And again, for, so, anybody that's come into the channel, you see on the screen is Sean's PayPal there. Anything donated to Sean's PayPal will be going to St. Jude's Children's Hospital in the name of Bullet SpongeBob. And of course, there's my channel, or my PayPal, Tay was posting in the channel if you want to support this channel at all. Either way is fine, whatever you choose, if at all. I think it's a wonderful thing Sean's doing. Yeah, well, Pepper, it's getting pretty bad all the way up and down the whole East Coast. The snakeheads are all over.
Come on, girls. Alright, I'm back, y'all. Sorry about that.
I still have this image in my head of you walking into the police station with a bag of heads.
Oh, man, that'd be great. I'm like, wait, what? Are there bounties, like, dead or alive for snakes? Is that something that I can do?
Dude, in inland taipan, I've always wanted to see in person. I love snakes, sorry, but inland taipans are gorgeous.
Snake, I don't know, it's weird. I'm like 70-30. 30% of the time, like, I go to pick up a snake and the scales just freak me out. The other 70% of the time, I'll throw one around my neck or, you know, hold it and everything else, no problem.
Yeah, we had some guy here. I mean, the game warden is the one that told me about it. I was out fishing one day like 3 years ago, and there was these snakes I had never seen before, and I caught one, and it had fangs, and I'm like, what the hell? So I called the game warden, and he come to pick it up, and he said that somebody had bred in their own home cottonmouth and Lake Erie water snake hybrids, and he had released them because he didn't want to get caught. And I don't know how true it is or not. I just know that the snake I caught had fangs. My buddy's got the picture of it, but you know, I got everybody worried that there's going to be these damn hybrids now all along Black Creek. Sorry, Tay, we were just talking. Either way, I mean, I'd never heard of it before, but that's what he was calling them. And I said, whatever. Either way, I didn't want to get bit.
Yeah, no. I don't want to be bit by a non-poisonous snake. I just don't want to be bit by anything.
Yeah, well, especially wild snakes, because, you know, what they say, snakes don't brush their teeth. So, well, it's true. You know, they could have a lot of bacteria, but we don't want to bore people with snake talk.
No.
So, yeah, Ozark, I can imagine. I'm assuming you live on or by Lake of the Ozarks. I would love to visit there someday and go fishing.
Fucking Bama camera.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's up with him and the 2 forward slashes in his name. See, Sewanee, I would love to go to Sewanee River in Florida, too. The damn sturgeon there.
I haven't been fishing in so long.
Yeah, me neither, man.
Yeah. I don't even have a rod anymore. Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to catch up on, we, like I told you, we had the bill, the utility bill, and then I got food, and I got all this stuff I gotta pay, and it's killing me. Waiting for the disability to kick in.
Yeah, I've got a friend that has been fighting disability for a while, but he just got a nice little like retroactive check for like 4 years worth of disability pay because they denied when they shouldn't have denied him, and then he had to appeal. So
yeah, see here they only do retroactive up to 18 months now, and you don't get it in a lump sum. You get it in 3 payments.
that's interesting.
So, but either way, I'm still waiting, lump sum or not.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm stuck waiting and waiting and waiting. Meanwhile, I'm taking care of Mom, and it's just killing me. Everything costs 3 times as much now. So, yeah, Steve Pinder has a bunch of snakes.
Man, I've seen a snake eat a moose before on video, like or a deer. It wasn't a moose. It was a deer.
I've seen them eat deer.
Mm.
They're on Hulu. There's the documentary from I believe it's Thailand, where the guy got eaten by a reticulated python.
And then they saved him.
No, the guy was dead when they found him.
Oh, okay.
They split the snake open. He was but he was a small man. He was like the size of your typical 13-year-old American boy. So.
Oh, yeah.
But still, he got eaten.
I saw one where like the snake had like devoured somebody, and they had. I can't remember the specifics. This was like 8 or 10 years ago that I saw the video, but that he did have some like burns to the outside of his legs and stuff, which I'm guessing was from like stomach acid, basically digesting the guy. But like the people in the village like saved him and cut him out. Maybe it was a dog. One or the other. But it was
human, who cares? Same thing.
Yeah, they like cut this snake open and saved like a person or a family pet while it was being devoured.
Hey Skyhawk, what's up, man? Yeah, you can tell people don't like Snake Talk by the number of people that left.
They'll be alright.
No.
Okay. This is how a lot of my live streams go. I start talking about the important stuff, and then it just goes into talking with people in the chat and just being really random.
Yeah. I started a new channel. I think I told you about it. Yeah. Electronics and physics stuff.
Yeah, that's going to be really cool, I think.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can get some of your subscribers pulled over from here. But I know you know how SEO works and all that stuff, and using tags to get those videos boosted up.
Yeah, no, Furry, I talked to Furry last night, and she is okay. She's just sore, which you can imagine. And she has been advised by counsel not to do interviews right now. So that's why you guys aren't seeing her on everybody's channels doing interviews. Because trust me, I tried. But she did give me permission to say that she is okay. She's recuperating. It's very sore. And that she has counsel. And he has advised her avoid interviews for now. So
That's very...
yeah, that was... Did you watch that live? Were you there when it happened?
I jumped in live maybe, 30 seconds after it happened, and then just ran it back 30 seconds and watched it happen. And then I watched the live streams afterwards, the synagogue live stream, where it was actually like the whole video of what was happening, And then the live stream that was titled R, which was the actual shooting video. So I did see it afterwards. I watched most of the live stream, like right after she was shot, and when she was, he was threatening to shoot her again, or shoot her for real.
Hey, Defend, what's up? Yeah, that was, man. I literally, like, you know, I clicked over to the channel when she went live right before he shot, and people were in the channel were saying, call 911, call 911. Yes, Rod, it was a ricochet. They're saying, call 911, call 911. So I called the 911 center in Beverly Hills.
And they were saying to call LAPD.
And well, just as they answered the phone, the guy pulled the trigger.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, I saw you said that in one of the
yeah,
one of one of the chats. Yeah.
They told me, we are aware of the situation. We've gotten many calls about it, and I said he just shot her. And they said we're aware of the situation. Click. I was like, what? So I tried calling Denise. I was trying to call everybody. My phone exploded. Like, I mean, dude, I had my text tone. Call. I was crazy.
Yeah, that was insane. That, and supposedly that security guard is also a training officer for his security company.
Yeah, I heard that. We were talking about that last night. He's supposedly an instructor.
Yeah, I don't know if he's a firearms instructor or just an instructor on like legal stuff or law stuff. The only security I've done was in Oklahoma, and they require you to go through so many hours of actual education on First Amendment rights, firearms laws, detainments, robbery, different types of assault, different types of theft and larceny, and all that. Like they almost make you go through like a police academy, but it's like 3 months instead of 6 months, or like a month instead of 6 months, based on just the security requirements. But you also have to have continuing education. Every year you have to do 24 hours of continuing education, which could be in anything. Like I've done missing persons and unidentified remains courses, things like that, just to keep my
Yeah, that's
education up. So
yeah. If you guys don't know, Sean is actually very well apprised in firearms and firearm law. So I didn't know about that until relatively recently. He had never told me.
yeah, I mean, I used to know a lot more. Some stuff leaves my brain sometimes, but I used to have an FFL in Connecticut in a small gun shop. I just did transfer, didn't have any stock or any firearms in stock, but people could order guns online, have them shipped to my shop, and I would transfer them to them. Along with being a big Second Amendment advocate and an activist in Connecticut, when everybody thought open carry was legal there.
Well, there you go, Ozark. It's all I can offer you for all the help you've done for the movement, not just me, but yeah, there's no such thing as firing a warning shot. There's no such thing.
If you're in imminent danger, then you don't have time to fire a warning shot. You have to shoot the person if you're in fear for your life, and that's the only time you fire around is when you're in fear for your life. So
CJ Grissom helped write the laws in Texas? I didn't know that.
I want to say he helped with some of the new open carry laws. I don't think that he helped with most of the laws. I could be wrong on that. I remember seeing CJ Grissom before, back when I was a Second Amendment advocate, when he got stopped on the side of the road with his nephew or his son or something like that while they were just walking on a dirt road out in the country. That was really viral back in 2010, 2011-ish.
Yeah, CJ's he's man, that guy's got so much knowledge in that head of his. Like, I watched the interview David did with him in that, and it was just like, I can't imagine being him and all the things he's seen.
Yep. I used to be part of Connecticut Carry, which is a nonprofit organization for firearms rights in Connecticut, and Ed Peruta is he is the president of Connecticut Carry. Some of the California guys might know who Ed Peruta is. I know that who's now San Diego definitely knows who Ed Peruta is. He does live streams with him and Rachel Baird, who is a Second Amendment attorney in Connecticut, along with Richard Burgess. He's the secretary and the treasurer for Connecticut Carry. But Rich Burgess, I know him really well. Ed Peruta, I've met once or twice. But he's the Peruta in Peruta v. San Diego that basically got the fact, won a Supreme Court case that said that part-time California residents were allowed to apply for a carry permit as well as full-time California residents, because he owned residence in California as well as Connecticut at the time. And they denied his permit to carry because he was not a full-time California resident. He won that in the Supreme Court.
Yeah, it's cool though that all this is happening, and you know, I may only be playing a small part in it, but you know, I try to do whatever I can. So I hope to one day be back out there auditing more. It's just a matter of finishing up probation, and I mean, under the circumstances, I don't really like the idea of going out alone. So
yeah, I definitely wish I had somebody there with me the night in Bridgeport with the Bat Cave and the Tactical Narcotics team. That was definitely a scary situation.
Yeah, I know they swarmed you.
That I talked to my wife beforehand, and I was like, hey, I'm going by myself, and I'll back out of there quickly. I'm not going to get arrested. None of that's going to happen. They're going to confront me, and I'm just going to get out of there and, back out. And, I don't want to back out, but certain situations call for certain circumstances. Same thing that happened at Denver International Airport. I stopped recording because my wife was getting off the plane in 30 minutes, and I couldn't get arrested when I had to give her a ride home. So, but Denver International Airport will get hit again. They will have a follow-up, and they will get pushed as far as I can push them, because the situation will be different, the next time. But Bridgeport, I felt the same way. I got to get back to Colorado. I just buried my mother this morning. I was like, hey, I'm going to go there. If they have any issues, I'm going to get out of there. And it just all happened way too quickly for me to even react and respond and back out of that situation. So,
well, I'm sorry again about that. I know that it had to be rough. I mean, I'm a mama's boy. I have no problem saying it. I have been my whole life. And when my mom does pass, I know it's going to kill me.
Oh, I was a mama's boy as well. The one thing that helped me with my mother was that I knew she knew everything. There were no secrets. We had a really good relationship. I was able to spend that 2 weeks with her. Thankfully, due to your live stream and the fundraiser that you did for me and the donations that I was sent and given, that helped me be able to eat up, 2 weeks, or not eat up 2 weeks no pay. I was still financially strapped, but it was able to help me pay for food when I was living out of the hospital, basically. Pay for transportation back and forth, pay for my new ticket because I had to cancel my ticket and then had to buy a new one at the middle of nowhere, out of nowhere. And that really helped out. And without that, I don't know what I would have did in that situation. I would have came home. I mean, I had the money at the time, but I would have came home and probably would have been eating ramen noodles for, the next 2 weeks after that, if I didn't have a little bit left over for food money and things like that. So,
I'm sorry, Ozark.
But oh wow, yeah. Sorry to hear that, Ozark. Um, Same thing with my grandmother. You know, I talked to my grandmother right before she passed, uh, last July or August. Or no, last July she passed. And it wasn't really that hard for me. But losing my father, my grandfather, you know, I kept stuff from him, things like that. So there was a lot of regret and resentment that went on there. You know, with my mother, I saw the pain she was in. She had a broken hip for the last 3.5 weeks of her life, and it was just time for her to go. So it was more of a relief than a tragedy, I guess. You know, there was a lot of preparation that was involved. She was fighting cancer for 2 years too, so.
Yeah, it's kind of a toss-up between me and my mom, which one of us is going to go first. Whether my heart's going to give out first or something in her is going to give out first. My doctors told me I'm just going to drop. So, at any time.
Well,
huh?
I said, hope that doesn't happen. We still need you here in the movement, things like that. You know, and you know, I'm sure there's a lot of people in this chat that don't want to see you go either. So
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't want to see me go either, but you know, I've also reached that point though where it's like I'm tired of dealing with it, so it's like I'm ready if it happens. I've accepted it. So, you know, just it is what it is. You know, that's what happens when you're diagnosed with heart failure. So,
yeah.
but hey, you know, it is what it is. I've survived 5 heart attacks, so.
Oh wow, did not know that.
Yeah, I told you that before, man. Damn. Yeah, I had 5.
Dude, I forget shit.
I had
So
5 heart attacks in the span of 13 months. And
Oh, wow.
My last heart attack, I died on the table, and I was dead for over 5 minutes. And now I have to carry these with me everywhere I go. Nitro. Can't go anywhere without nitroglycerin now.
Oh shit.
So
I knew about is it diabetes that you have?
now I am. I just got diagnosed diabetes less than a year ago.
Oh wow.
My
Okay.
heart was,
I knew about that. I didn't know about the heart. Well, I guess maybe I did know about the heart stuff, but it's not registering right now.
Yeah, well, see, what's killing me with diabetes is my doctor just tripled my insulin, and each insulin has a monthly copay. And,
Oh yeah.
You know, so every month I have to somehow scrounge up the money for food, scrounge up the money for insulin, scrounge up the money for this, scrounge up the money. It's killing me. So,
Will being on disability help with that? Will that get you on
yeah,
Medicaid?
because disability will give me money. It'll give me.
Well, I mean, other than money, I mean, will it help with co-pays and things like that?
It may, because it'll change my insurance.
Okay.
So, it may, like, they cover my mom's. So.
Yeah, I mean, my wife's prescription is like $1,200 a month,
Yeah.
which is just insane. You know, we've been looking at moving to Canada quite seriously, just for prescription costs. No, I don't want to go anywhere colder than Colorado. Southern Colorado already is. I'd like to go to Vegas or Arizona or something, but
There's always Mexico.
Oh God, I could probably get my teeth fixed in Mexico. That'd be good.
Yeah, right. I've been trying to get that for 20 years.
And I really want to get all mine pulled and just get implants put in.
Yeah.
Full, 4-post or 6-post implants put in the top and the bottom. And
Yep, that's exactly what I want done. Get rid of them, get it over
if
with.
you're in the U.S., it'll cost you, $40,000. You can go to India, or you can go to Thai. Or India is probably the best as far as quality goes. But they're a little bit more expensive than other countries. But India, you can go and for like $18,000. I mean, $18,000 is still a lot of money. But compared to $40,000, $18,000 you can get, 18 or 20 teeth pulled and get a 4-post, 6-post implants top and bottom, and be done in a week. And the good thing about that is no dry sockets because of the way they handle it.
Right.
I've had cold and oh god, dry socket has always been a
Yep.
major. So
Yeah, Ozark. I mean, you know, I don't want a red dot on my forehead,
yeah,
but no, I get it. A lot of people I know I've talked to have given up their pills and gone homeopathic and all that, but it doesn't work for me. I mean, without my
Yep.
heart meds, I drop dead. So I mean, and now without the diabetes stuff, I drop dead. So
yeah. Yeah, I don't know about the heart stuff, but I had a friend that weighed like 240 pounds. He's 5'6", 5'7", was 240 pounds. He went on a vegetarian diet and started smoking weed, and is no longer diabetic. Doesn't need insulin anymore. He still checks himself every day. Of course, does his finger prick, stuff like that. But he hasn't needed insulin in over 2 years, just by going vegetariarian and smoking marijuana.
hey, more power to him, man. I mean, they're
He
supposed
weighed
to.
about 175 pounds now, too. He's lost a lot of that weight that made him fat and things like that. So
Yeah, they're supposed to legalize marijuana recreationally here in New York by April.
yeah, I'm sure New York City will. I mean, if it goes on a ballot, it'll get passed. I don't know
As
how
far
the
as I know, it's
legislature-
already been passed, and they're just it
Oh.
was slated for
Okay.
April.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I didn't know that. I mean, I know that they were trying to push the bills through and things.
Yeah, they had
Thank-
approved medically, but now they were pushing for recreational. But yeah, see, that's we talk about this stuff all the time. I'm just so sick and tired of all the people saying e-begging and all that crap. Nobody forces people to donate. Nobody
I
forces
say the
people
same
to
thing.
help.
People can donate who they want to donate to for whatever reason.
Yeah,
I just my problem is when people ask for money when they have money.
right.
I'm not going to cause any drama on your channel in the live stream because I don't want you to just cut me off or anything else like that. So, it's better held for, if anybody wants to email me, they can talk about that. I'm not going to call anybody out personally. But, there's people that have vehicles that cost, tens of thousands of dollars, but they still ask for, donations. Or they ask for donations for legal help and then they handle the case pro se
Right.
after gotten donations for legal help and for a lawyer, and then they go and do a pro se. That bothers me, because you're telling people, hey, donate, this is what it's going to, and then that's not what it goes to. Which is why I don't ask people for money, and why I wanted, people that want to donate tonight, I want to send that to something, charitable and
Right.
in the name of somebody else type of thing, because I know I don't need it, and I know that a lot of people donate to the person that's being interviewed by you. So
Yeah, I mean it's.
I don't think asking for money is e-begging. I think that asking for money when you could actually afford it yourself, but you just don't want to pay for it out of your own pocket, is e-begging.
Yeah, see, I get that. I mean, people are more than welcome to come here and look. I got nothing, man. I don't have a car. I don't have nothing.
Yeah,
I literally scrounge every day, and if it wasn't for some generous people, I would probably be out on the street right now.
Mm.
Honestly. I mean, it's the fact of it. I mean, I'm looking at hundreds of dollars coming up just in co-pays and everything else. So, I mean, I take like 24 pills a day.
Oh wow.
So,
Holy shit.
Yeah,
I hate taking pills. I don't even know what I would do if I had to take pills, things like that. But Ozark, what do you mean? Can I take off income taxes next year?
I think he's talking about like claiming what you got.
Yeah, no. So anything from YouTube comes in on a 1099 because
No, I think the
it's
settlement.
Oh, the settlement. So my understanding is settlements you have to pay taxes on as income. if you win in court as a lawsuit, you don't have to pay taxes on it. I may be wrong in that. I'm not positive. I'm pretty certain I have to pay taxes on my settlement, though. But I think that if you win in court and a jury awards you, it's an award and not income, and you don't have to claim that on your income, but I'm not positive. Oh, donations. Donations to the hospital. I should not have to claim that.
No, you can claim that on your. You can claim that as a charity thing.
Yeah. So basically, what would happen is you guys donate to my channel, and I claim that on my income taxes. That yes, I received this $300, this $800, whatever, through YouTube monetization. But then I turn around and put a deduction in for charitable donations. And I would put down however much money I received through here as a charitable donation. But I probably won't claim the charitable donation on my taxes because I don't have enough deductions to meet the standardized deduction or be above it. So I just claim the standardized deduction. So,
yeah, taxes are frustrating.
yeah, so any money that I'm gonna receive today is gonna be given to me on a 1099 from PayPal, and then I'll probably just see the difference in tax because I'm not gonna claim it as a charitable donation on my taxes. It's just gonna be standardized deduction next year. So it's very hard for me to hit $6,000. I can barely hit $1,000 in deductions. Never mind the $6,000 that I'm allotted being married. So.
Yeah, I know that you're allowed to earn a certain amount before you even have to bother with it. So, and my channel don't earn crap. I mean, monetization wise, I earn maybe $1 to $3 a day.
I think I made $1,300 between November and December of because it would have been November 2017. So between January, all of 2018, I was monetized, I think, or maybe like mid-January I was monetized. So pretty much I made $1,300 all of 2018 through YouTube monetization.
Yeah, so I mean it's not even worth filing. It's like,
yeah, well I've got other income, so because I have income, I have to include it in there.
Right. Yeah. See, me
if it was my only income, I wouldn't have to claim it because it doesn't meet the threshold to file taxes or whatever.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's see. Looking at. Oh, not bad. Hour and 15 minutes. So yeah, I know it's just like I was saying. No, I mean it gets frustrating because it's one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't situations. Because then I get like if I don't ask for help and I end up in a bad situation, then people are like, why didn't you ask for help? It's like, hey Andy.
Yeah.
So it's
unless I actually need it, I don't ask for it. You know, until I'm down to the very last thing. Like I asked for help when our car got totaled, and we had to pay the tow fee in order to get some of my camera equipment out of the car, along with $100 set of golf clubs, other sentimental random bullcrap that was in the car that me and my wife just wanted back for memory's sake. And that was $200, and I just didn't have that extra $200 at the time because I was check to check.
Well, right, I'd be a little worried about
it's a little sketchy.
Yeah, I mean, no offense, I appreciate the insight, but no, I mean, but it's not
just like Flagyl. They give Flagyl to humans for antibiotics, and then they give Flagyl to dogs for antibiotics. But
it's also amoxicillin. They give it to dogs, but. It's not the only thing I have copays on. It's like this here, Renexa. It's one of my heart pills. There is no generic for it, so I have to get the name brand, and the copay on this alone is $115.
Yep.
So and that's just a copay. That's not the full monthly fee.
Yeah, my wife doesn't have copay, and she used to be on lithium bicarbonate, and there is no generic for lithium bicarbonate. It's just lithium bicarbonate, which is the prescription brand name as well, and it's 1,200. Or no, I'm sorry, not lithium. Latuda is what it is. Latuda does not have a generic yet, and Latuda is $1,200 for a 30-day supply. It's absolutely insane. Whereas with lithium, I forgot what lithium is actually called, but lithium bicarbonate is like $48 a month. But
oh yeah, it gets ridiculous, man. I've got, like I said, I take 20 some odd pills a day. Some of them are twice a day, but still, I mean, I'm on 7 heart meds alone. And then you got nerve meds, you got anxiety meds. Yeah, I know. I know Ozark. It's just a matter of getting to that stage. Thank you, Dee Dee, for the $10. I appreciate it. But I mean, like I said, it's coming up on refill time. I'm looking at well over $500 a month now with the insulin increase. And
well, you go. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, and so, but that's just for medications. Then I have to pay for my own food. My mom gets her food assistance. I don't. I applied. They said I don't qualify because I'm not on disability yet. So I don't get that. So I mean, because between my own health going downhill and then taking care of mom full time, I can't do the work I was doing before. Like, when I first started with this movement, I was the handyman for 3 trailer parks. And that's how I survived. But then I had to take my mom in because she got real sick. And, yeah, I have Ozark. I've filed twice now. I got denied once. The lawyer said that's normal. And, he said almost everybody gets denied the first time. And now we're trying to do the second time through.
Yeah, it's usually what happens with disability. You get denied the first time, and then you have to appeal.
Well, the first time I did it on my own, and then I got the disability lawyer, and they filed it again. But it's killing me because right now all I have is this. All I have is trying to do video work for people or whatever it is I can do to earn a penny. And it's frustrating. And then when people talk shit, it makes it worse.
Right, well, here's a fuck you from life for you. So we just got my wife's prescription filled. I can't remember what the new one she's on is, but we just got it filled yesterday. 30 pills. I came home from work today, and I guess the pill bottle was sitting on the dining room table or something. The dogs, for some reason, love to chew prescription bottles. They won't eat the medication that's in the bottle, but they just love to chew on the prescription bottles for some reason. It's the smell of them, whatever. So there should be 29 pills left. I was able to find 15. I'm sure the other 14 are under the couch and spilled all over the living room and stuff. I just haven't found them yet, but there's half of the prescription that we just got yesterday gone because the dogs got the prescription bottle. That's negligence. It is what it is. But
yeah, well, I don't think that beats my brother clearing out my mother's freezer of food.
Oh no, definitely not.
That was ridiculous. She gets, I take her food stamps to the butcher every month, and she gets a certain amount of meat. And it's certain cuts of meat because they're low fat because of her diabetes, and I do it every month like clockwork. And I come home one day, she had begged me to let him stay here. He needed a place to stay, and I he leaves, goes to stay with a friend. I go to get Mom's food out to thaw for the next night. Freezer was empty. He took everything out of the freezer. He's a drug addict, alcoholic. And it was like, you gotta be kidding me. You stole my food? Mom's food?
Yeah, I know when your mother went to the hospital last time, you were telling me that you were worried about that you didn't want to go to the hospital because you were worried about leaving him in the house by himself.
Oh yeah, he would have cleaned out everything.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily he's gone now, but I mean, I've like, it got to the point where I had to set up like my web camera and stuff to try to watch the house for me. It was ridiculous, and I shouldn't have to live that way.
Yeah, it's insane. It's just
so.
You know, there's so many people that go through that, and I mean, as a youngster, I didn't realize how many people had family members that were going, that they were living with or dealing with, you know, drug addict or, you know, just mentally unstable family members. It wasn't something I grew up seeing or anything else like that. It wasn't something that was talked about. And now I see it more and more on a daily basis and hear about it. People are like, yeah, my brother or my sister, you know, they do this, they do that. And I'm like, wow, that, you know, luckily both of my sisters, you know, are stand-up
Dude,
people.
are you serious? Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Ozark. Are you serious, dude? Sorry, I have to ask.
Oh no, you're good. What happened? I'm missing what happened.
No, just something that came across my phone.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay. Well, thanks. I'm at a loss for words.
I'm guessing Ozark just did the same thing for you that he did a little while ago.
Yeah, well, Ozark's done it for me before too, but not like this. But I mean, Ozark's one of those people that he's helped a lot. I've seen him help a lot of people, and I'm sure he's helped way more than I've actually seen. You know? And it sucks because all I can offer him is a damn wrench. Like, I got nothing to offer the dude.
So let's say Ozark has donated 95% of what was donated to my stream tonight, or to the stream tonight on my channel or my PayPal.
Well, that's awesome, and I know Bullet would be very much appreciated as well.
I'm sure.
I mean, I can't, dude. It hurts me every time I see his name.
It's we gotta bring his Discord back to life. I don't know if you were part of his Discord or not, but
Oh, that's a good idea, Rod. Thanks. I don't contact the manufacturers because I always deal with the pharmacist.
They may also send you coupons as well.
Huh.
That's another thing that the manufacturers will do is
I'll
they'll
have
send
to do that.
coupons out.
Wow. Sorry, I'm a little floored.
I don't even know what I mean, I have an idea, but you know, I can understand. Yeah. Ozark is fucking amazing.
Yeah, he is. Well, it's like the other guy, the other one that's like Ozark is Chris H. He has helped so many people. I think him and Ozark are probably the two biggest donators that I'm aware of.
I don't know. There's an auditor.
There's a few others that they don't want their names said.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a couple of auditors in this chat that donate quite a lot. Whenever I put up a bond video trying to get somebody out of jail, they'll donate $100. And if they're like, hey, after an hour we still need another, say we're trying to get 500 and we're at 350, they've already put in 100. This person will jump in and throw another 150 and just give them 50 to 500.
Yeah, well, it's like Chris H did that with oh my God, what's his name now? The one who threw his license at the cop out the window.
Indie Blue News.
Yes, thank you. He needed the bond money, and Chris H did that. But I mean, Carolina and Fort Worth has helped me out quite a few times. Carolina Kelly has helped me out quite a few times. But when it comes to, I mean, I don't know what they do for other people. I'm only aware of what they do for me. But I have been told by others that Chris H and Ozark have both helped a lot, along with some people who want to remain nameless.
Yep.
There's one lady in particular. She's amazing, and she's helped me out several times when I was really desperate. I had to like pay rent or whatever, and she helped me. But she doesn't like the recognition. So,
Yep. There's one bald-headed auditor out there that does not any recognition at all. I'm sure that you probably know who I'm talking
yeah.
about. And he'll tell you, hey, here's all this money. Get this person out of jail. Make sure they're safe. Take care of them. Do this. Do that. Just don't tell anybody that I did it. You know, I don't want anybody coming to me and
Right.
you know, for money and stuff. But they're always willing to help and jump in. And I can't even tell you how much this one person has donated. So
Yeah, what? I got pissed at. Oh yeah, TNT. Yes, everybody got pissed at that. Well, that's cool, Rod. I appreciate the information, man.
yeah, the reps of the drug companies they want marketing. They want free advertisement. They want all these things that come along. So along with it, because if it helps you and you get it for free, you're going to tell the people that it was a good drug and it's helping you and it's making you. It's just like YouTube sponsors, pretty much, is what it is on a smaller level.
So, see, my house, it's shit like sitting here, It's, you have any idea how degrading it is to not be able to stand and do dishes? A year ago, I was climbing on roofs and climbing under trailers and doing electrician work and plumbing work. And, I went from that to I sit here for more than 2 hours and I start feeling sick.
Oh, I can't sit anywhere for a long time. I get antsy, or not antsy, but I get I get sore, like almost like bed sores. I mean, of course, they're not like skin lesions or ulcers.
Right. No, I get I start getting heart palpitations, and my chest starts to hurt, and things shit like that. I've got 5 stents in the same spot in my heart.
Oh wow!
All my heart attacks were in the Widowmaker. It's an artery called the left anterior descending artery on the outside of the left side of your heart. And all 5 of my heart attacks were in the same. What happened was the first heart attack was because of cholesterol blockage. Bad living. The subsequent 4 heart attacks were because I couldn't afford the medications. I couldn't. When you get the stent, you have to take like Plavix or Brilinta and all these medications to keep that stent from clogging up again.
Yeah.
And I couldn't afford the medications, and I didn't have any insurance. So every 2.5 months, I was having another heart attack because the stent clogged up. So by the 5th one, my heart had taken so much damage. They were amazed that I came back from it. When I came back, I was literally laying on the table. They were all on my right side. He just cut into my arm to get to the artery. He was about to go into the heart to put the stent in, and I died. Next thing you know, and I went from staring at them all on my right side to they're all on my left side, the doctors and nurses, shaking me and telling me to cough. Because coughing resets your heartbeat. And they're like, yeah, your heart just stopped for, and he pointed at the screen, and it said on the screen, in big red numbers, 5 minutes, 24 seconds. He's like, when that hits 6 o'clock, or 6 minutes, we stop.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
He's like...
Because 6 minutes of no oxygen means brain damage.
Yeah, well, and all of a sudden I felt like a machete was sticking out of my chest, and it was from the shocking. It's not like you see on TV. They can't just shock you over and over and over again. They have to shock you, then wait. And the shocking burns you. So I had these burns from the paddles. It was horrible, man. And then they went back in, they put the 5th stent in, and the doctor would not let me leave the hospital till I had my pills. He's like, you're staying here until you get approved. And the social worker at the hospital worked with me to get it taken care of. So, fine, and I haven't had a heart attack since, and I haven't even needed to use a nitro since. So,
Oh, wow.
Considering I was diagnosed with non-acute heart failure, angina, arrhythmia, all that, I'm not needing a nitro in over 2 years, that's pretty damn good.
So, I mean, you might not want to answer these. These are a little bit more personal, but it goes along with what's happening. So, I mean, have you been approved for food stamps?
No, I got denied.
Because
I mean, I'm not on Medicaid yet. Or on
but
disability.
Do you have any income other than YouTube?
No. I have no income at all. None at all.
Yeah, so I don't know how it works in New York. That's weird. Because, like, I know Connecticut, Maine, Oklahoma, and Colorado, if you made less than $1,300 a month, you were automatically guaranteed for food stamps. And if you were on food stamps, you're pretty much guaranteed Medicaid. Medicaid.
See, even these, I gotta go. My neighbor is a miracle worker. Okay, she lets me use her internet. She gets me my cigarettes because I watch her dog for her when she's at work every day. And I let the dog out, feed the dog, all that. So that's where everyone's like, oh, you smoke, you're poor. I said, because I don't pay for cigarettes. She goes to the reservation and gets the $2 a pack reservation cigarettes for me.
And you roll your own.
Yeah, and I roll that's just cigarette butts. I roll my cigarette butts up when I run out of packs of cigarettes.
Okay.
But, every once in a while, I'll go bum a Pepsi off her, and now she yells at me because I'm diabetic. I'm like, yeah, but I need that Pepsi fix.
I can't go without Pepsi. It's just that crisp, refreshing taste. I can't do it.
Especially ice cold in a can.
Yeah,
it's
can's
better
only
in a can.
Bottle. It is. I agree. I buy every day before I go to work. I buy one of the 16-ounce tall cans of Pepsi and one of the 8.4-ounce cans of Red Bull. So I could wake up and then I've got because the caffeine in the Pepsi isn't going to do anything. But it's just that refreshing, crisp taste, and it's great. So,
all right, guys, I'm starting to get cramped up here. We've been going for an hour and a half. Sean, stay on the line.
Yep.
But I thank you everybody for coming, hanging out with us, and sharing the great news that Sean won and got policy changed. That is awesome. Ozark, I can't thank you enough. I really appreciate the help.
Yeah, same here, Ozark. I appreciate it. I'm sure Bullet SpongeBob appreciates it, and thank everybody for being here.
Yeah, I know sure Bullet would appreciate it. He was a good guy, great friend, man. He was awesome in person, funny as hell. So, no, Andy, no, they would not let me join because I've had angina and arrhythmia my whole life. They would not let me join because of my heart. I failed the medical when I tried to get in the Air Force.
Oh, jeez.
So,
I didn't even do that.
Alright, guys. I appreciate everybody for coming. Sean's trying to type a message real quick.
Just my email if anybody has more questions.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there you go. There's his email. If anybody wants to talk with him more about his case or anything else. So, I'd like to say goodnight to everybody. Thank you again.
Good night, everyone. Thank you, Brian, for having me here.
Yep.